Hi guys, this is Aslam Khan here to teach you 7707 Cambridge O-Level past paper, question number 4. I'm going to teach you today how to do a correction of errors in a suspense account. Let's move on to some. Before we move on to the question, I want you guys to subscribe my channel and also share this link to all the students who are doing exams this time. And this will be much helpful for them because I'm going to teach in and out about correction of errors. And also guys, please do not hit the bell. Please do not forget to hit the bell button because it will notify you whenever I post any video in future. So let's move on to the content we want to discuss today. Question number 4. It is Nadia sum. So I'm going to do Nadia sum with you. I'm going to take my spotlight to explain you very carefully. So Nadia is a trader. Her financial year ends on 31st March. She extracted a trial balance at 31st March 2020. The debit and credit orders did not agree. The difference was entered into a suspense account. After Nadia prepared draft financial statement, she discovered the following errors. When you're doing an error, first of all, you need to understand which is a suspense account error and which is correction of errors mistake. So, like which will not affect the trial balance and which will affect the trial balance. So, I'm going to mark which will affect the trial balance along with the suspense account. If an entry has only one double entry, we say it as correction of errors. Correction of errors which will affect the trial balance, which you need to prepare a suspense account. So you need to see that if there's only one entry on a double entry, you should prepare a suspense account. So let's start the first one. The purchase account was overcast by 110. So this is a suspense account adjustment. So I'm going to mark here it's suspense account. The reason it is only one account, so I'm going to mark it as suspense account. And the second thing, $13 for discount allowed in February 2020 had been credited to discount allowed account as $15. Again, they're speaking about only discount allowed account, so it's a suspense account. A payment for insurance 220 was correctly recorded in cash book, so it has been correctly recorded in cash book, but was recorded as 202 in insurance account. They're speaking about again one account correctly recorded, other account wrong record means it's also suspense account because they're speaking one account correctly recorded. Then the fourth one, commission received A65 had been debited to account for commission payable. The entry to the cash book had been correctly made. So which means the cash book one entry has been correctly made, other entry is wrong. Again, it suspense account. Cash drawings 85 were correctly entered in cash book but were credited to drawings account. So again one entry is wrong. So this is also suspense account. The cost of vehicle repair 190 had been debited to motor vehicles account. So here it's not going to affect suspense account because they're speaking about two accounts first of all. And a payment $100 to Robert had been posted to account of Roberta. Again, these are not suspense account adjustment because they are speaking about two double entries on one adjustment. So let's move on to the content what we want to discuss now. I'm going to erase now. You have marked first five questions are part of suspense account. So let me move on and see what they have requested to do. Prepare the suspense account, include the original difference on the trial balance as a balancing figure. So I'm going to do the suspense account with you guys. So I'm going to use my Excel sheet. Now you see here suspense account I have done. So I'm going to put few accounts, show you the double entry how it works. Yeah, it's easy for you to capture and for me to explain. Let's start, guys. First one. Yeah, first one. The purchase account was overcosted by 110, which means they have increased the value in purchase account. It should not happen in that way. So they have overcosted. What you need to do is you need to undercast it. If they have overcosted, means they have added 110. So you need to deduct 110. So normally purchase account is a debit account. If they add 110, it will increase the debit side of the purchase account. So you need to credit the purchases account. You'll write here purchases. Sorry. And the purchase account, I'm going to prepare one by one accounts. On the purchase account, you'll write, so it has been overcasted by 110. Now you are going to undercast this 110. Now you need to write an array like a relevant account. This is one double entry. You'll write suspense here. You will transfer 110 to suspense account debit side, saying purchases. Simple as that, guys. So adjustment number one has been done. So moving on to the next content, we are going to discuss question number 2. $13 discount allowed in February 2020 had been credited to discount allowed account as $15. So normal discount allowed account is an expense account. When you do this adjustment, guys, when you are doing account, you need to know the basic stuffs. Discount allowed, is it expense or income? These things I have taught. If you go to my channel playlist, grade there's a playlist called grade 10 and 11 national syllabus, or just grade 10 and 11. In that there's chapter 4, so just refer it A equals C plus L, and chapter 5, chapter 6, those are double entry, how to record a double entry. Anyone can learn that. It is not relevant to any syllabus, it's just common for everyone. You can just learn it and it will be most helpful when you are doing this sum. So $13 discount allowed in February 2020 had been credited to discount allowed account as $15. So if they have credited to discount allowed account, you should debit it. So I will open up another account to show you how discount allowed works, guys. I'm going to write here. So here I'm going to write discount allowed account. Why I'm doing this adjustment, it's not important for you guys to calculate an adjustment like this to show in exam, but I always do that. Then I will not do mistakes in exams. It's better always to go in this way. So actually they have credited 15. I'm thinking they have credited. Yeah, they have credited $13 discount allowed in February 2020 had been credited to discount allowed account as 50. So they record it as 15. And now I just want to adjust it. This is the wrong they have done, so I need to adjust it. I'll put it in a wrong another color, so you'll be able to understand that what have they done. Let me take it as red or something. Excel is a bit slow, you see it's still loading. I need to be very patient when you're doing some with me. Okay, it got stuck now. So it's 15. They have recorded on the credit side. Now I'm going to correct it. I'm going to put 15 and I will write suspense. Then I set it off actually. And also here I will write 13 again, because 13 is the amount. You should record it on the debit side. And I'll write suspense. Why I recorded 15 twice? Because one 15 was to set off with this 15. So I set off this 15 with the another 15. So that's the reason I had actually one more 15 here. Then this got set off with this. Now I need to record the correct entry 13. So actually how much I have recorded on the debit side? 28. So credit side here I will represent 28 as discount allowed, because double entry is if discount allowed is debit, then of course suspense account should be credit. So I'll write discount allowed. Easy. So let's move on to the next part on the adjustment. A payment of insurance 220 was correctly recorded in the cash book, but was recorded as 202 in the insurance account. So I'm going to prepare insurance account. They recorded it correctly in the cash book, but recorded wrong in the insurance account. I want to take adjustment number 3 above. Let me take here, so you can have overall view what I'm doing. This is adjustment number 3, insurance account. So they record 202. So what's the difference between 202 and 220? Actually, insurance account is an expense account. So expense account means debit. So 220 minus 202 will give me a difference of 18. So I'm going to adjust this 18 on the insurance account. I'll write 18 on the debit side. I will say suspense here, and I'll record 18 on the credit side, saying insurance. So I'm done with that adjustment also. It's a very straightforward adjustment. Moving on to the next part, adjustment number 5. It says that adjustment number 4, commission received $65 had been debited to the account of commission payable. The entry has been entry to the cash book has been correctly made. So here they have two accounts, but actually the one entry has been correctly recorded. So I should adjust it. It's a very tricky one, so you need to be very much concerned on what you're doing. So commission received is an income account, but they have put it on a commission payable account, which is an expense account. So I'm going to take adjustment number 4 down, guys. See here. I'm going to write 4 here. 4, and I'm going to delete these things. So here I'm going to write commission receive account, and here I'll write commission payable account. So actually what they have done, commission received account amount they have gone and put under commission payable account as 65. But where did they put? They put it on the debit side of the commission payable account. So I'm going to credit this first of all. So I will show the mistake what I have done. Here it's 65. So now I'm going to erase, I'm going to credit this actually. 65 I will credit. I'll write it in a black mark. Okay, so here I will write it 65. Give me a second, there's some mistake in that. No problem, I'll write it and I'll adjust it. So 65, and I'll write now here normally commission received account is a income account now guys. So income account I should represent on the credit side. No, if I record here credit side, and I can't record it on the commission received account in credit side again, because credit and credit won't work. So what I will do is I will credit commission payable account and debit suspense account. Again I will credit commission received account and debit suspense account. That's how I can do. So first I will set off this. I will write here suspense. I'll remove this 65 to make my trial balance correct. Then I'll write here 65 commission payable. So I have done that correctly. Now I need to write the correct entry under commission received account. So 65 I have correctly recorded. Now cash book has been recorded correctly. So I can take cash book. Again I'll write suspense. So suspense here I will record as 65, and I'll write commission received. You see, that easy is suspense account guys. Then I'm done with that adjustment. Now moving on to the next part of the sum. It says that the cost of cash drawings 85 were correctly entered in the cash book but were credited to drawings account. So it's credited to drawings account. So I'm going to start a drawings account. Yeah, I'm going to take a drawings account. I'm going to copy an account. Let me take adjustment number 5. So drawings account, they are credited drawings account. Drawings account is an expense account guys. So they can't credit like that. They should have debited actually. They have credited. Let me see the amount to just to confirm. How much? 85. So 85 is the amount they are credited. They should, this is wrong actually. So what you should do, you need to adjust it into the correct way. So what you need to do, you can set off first of all saying suspense. Then again you need to record 85 saying suspense. So actually altogether 85 plus 85 will give you 170. You can record together as drawings under suspense account 170. I can bring the balance. I think debit side is higher than the credit side. Yes, and the credit side, let me say, check 110, 65, 65 will give you a value of 240. On the credit side, it is 216. So carried down will be 240. Carried down is going to be 240 minus 216. Will give a value of 24. That's all guys when you are doing a 7-mark question. So let's move on to the paper again. Question number 2. So it's that easy when you are preparing suspense account. Question number 2 says that identify the type of error made in error 6 and error 7. Easy guys. The cost of vehicle repair 190 had been debited to motor vehicles account. So correction of errors I have taught already guys. In most of the MCQs and all I have explained it. Correction of errors video also I will post in a day or two. So cost of vehicle 190 had been debited to motor vehicles account means this error we say it as error of error of principal, because they are changing expense to asset. So this is a class of accounts mistake. So this is error of principal, and payment of 100 to Robert had been posted to account of Roberta. So both payment is related to error of what do you say? The 7th error is error of commission, because it's both accounts look similar. So they are going to post. They didn't say it's debit or credit, but they have posted it correctly, but in a different account. So moving on to the point we want to discuss, I can write the errors, 2 errors. Error 6 is error of principal. Then error 7 is error of what do you say? Commission. So I'm done with that adjustment. Guys, let's look how to do the C part of this question. Complete the following statement to show the effect on the profit for the year, correcting errors 2 to 7. If there's no effect on profit, write nil in the no effect column. Calculate the corrected profit for the year. Ignore depreciation of non-current assets. So there's no depreciation. Actually, we didn't find any question related to depreciation. So let's find how to do this adjustment. I'm going to take this part. Yeah, error 2, error 3, error 4. So let's start with the first one, guys. The purchase account was overcast by 110. So you can see here they have already overcast. So if it is overcast means what would happen? It would have increased the level of purchase. So increase the level of purchase means your cost of sales would have increased and profit would have decreased. But if you undercast it, your cost of sales would have decreased, profit would have increased. So now let's move on to error 2. Let me explain you one by one. 13 for discount allowed was credited to discount allowed account. If you debit, it will become an expense. So you will record correct expense 28 in your income statement. So this will decrease your profit. So I'll write here, it will decrease your profit. How much? $28. Then error 3. Let me explain you error 3. As error 3. A payment for insurance 220 was correctly recorded in cash book but was recorded as 202 in insurance account. So again they have decreased in recorded. Now if you record the 18, which is the difference correctly, and it will again it will again decrease the profit. So I'll write in error 3, again it will decrease 18. Then third adjustment, error number 4. Let's move on to error number 4. What is error number 4, guys? Error number 4 says that commission received 65 had been debited to the account of commission payable. The entry to the cash book had been correctly made. So 65 has been recorded as commission payable. It has been recorded as a what to say, as an expense. Now you need to record it as an income. When you record it as income, will it increase your profit or not? It will increase your profit. But how much it is going to increase your profit? It is going to increase your profit by 130 because you are crediting two entries by 130 on the effect. So I'll write here, actually it is increasing the profit by 130 because commission received payable also you credited and also commission received also you credited. In error number 5, let's move on to error number 5. Let's see what's error number 5. Error number 5 says that cash drawings 85 were correctly entered in the cash book but were credited to drawings account. Now see here, when it comes to profit and loss account, drawings account will not be adjusted. If it is drawings on good, it will be adjusted. With these cash drawings, this will not be adjusted. So actually it will not affect the what to say, profit and loss statement. So I'll record it as nil. So there's nothing to impact. Okay, so I'll write and no effect nil. Then error number 6, let's move on to error number 6. What does error number 6 says that? Okay, the cost of vehicle repair 190 had been debited to motor vehicles account. When you reduce your vehicle repair, your maintenance cost has been transferred to motor vehicles account. The motor vehicle accounts will show a wrong value. But now what you can do is you can record it correctly on the motor vehicles repair account. When you record it, what happened? It will show it as an expense. So expense increase, it will decrease the level of profits by how much? 190. So I will write here decrease 190. Now actually error 7, let's see how error 7 works. Yeah. A payment of 100 to Robert had been posted to account of Roberta. It doesn't say which account it is, credit or debit, and also it is just a name differentiation. So which means it has been recorded correctly. So this will not affect the profit and loss account again. So I'll write here nil. Now I just need to finalize what is my total side. Increase in profit is 240 and decrease in profit is 236. Then you are getting a difference of 4. So here you can write actually the difference is how much? You got a difference of 4. So I will write the differences here. 4. and your actual you have gained 4 because increase in profit is 4 higher than decrease in profit. So I'll get the corrected profit 600,720. So that easy is this adjustment, guys. You need to be very careful when doing that. You can't you can't expect the suspense account and increase in profit is going to be the same. So with that knowledge, we'll move on to the next part of the question. Yeah. Next question on this part, let me discuss the deep part, the last one. On at 31st March 2020, Nadia's trade receivable owed 14,500 after the preparation of the draft financial statement for the year ended 31st March 2020. Nadia discovered the following: $300 owed by DD Supply should have been written off as a irrecoverable. Irrecoverable is also known as bad debts. A provision for doubtful debts of 2% of trade receivable should have been created. Prepare journal entries to record 1 and 2 above. Narratives are not required. So you might see what is narratives when you are doing the sum. Narratives are like an explanation what mistake you have corrected. For example, for the first one, the narrative should be correcting the error of DD supplies irrecoverable debt, something like that. You should write after recording the double entry. So let's record the double entry. They are not given a date actually, so I can write in this itself. Yeah. So under Nadia's journal, here I can write date 1. And what is the Nadia's journal's value? Now 300 owed as written as irrecoverable debt. It's very straightforward. The double entry, irrecoverable debts double entry is what? Normally DD supply account credit. What account is debit? Bad debt account debit. Or you can say irrecoverable. It's an expense. You can't cover that debt. Then I can also say what is the other account? We have DD supplies. They are the debtors who didn't give us the money. So here both will become debit 300 and credit 300. It's that straightforward, guys. But the second adjustment, you need to have some sort of calculation. It's more second adjustment. When you are doing provision for doubtful debt calculation, first you need to take the trade receivables and calculate how much you should deduct. So here we found that trade receivable is how much? 14,500. Here you are seeing this. Yeah, this is 14,500. So I'm going to take 14,500 and remove the bad debts first of all. How much is my bad debts? This is my trade receivables, right? Okay. I'm going to remove my bad debts. 300. So if I remove my 300, I'm getting a value of 14,200. In this only you should see your provision for doubtful debt. So 2% is your provision for doubtful debt. 14,200 into 2 over 100 will give you a provision for doubtful debt, which will give you a value of 284. Now this is a creation of provision. There's a simple double entry: income statement account debit and provision for doubtful debt account credit. So I'll write the double entry. You need to know these double entries, guys, when you are doing the sums. So that's straightforward. Normally you are making a income statement debit, mean you are presenting it as an expense on income statement. Then what do you have? You have uh, provision for doubtful debts. Provision means it's almost always it's on the credit side, guys. So provision for doubtful debts. So I'll record here 284 and credit again 284. So I have recorded everything correctly, I think. I hope you guys learned something out of the question number 4. I'll upload question number 5 also very soon, guys. See you on another video. I hope you guys learned something out of this. Please share this video to all of your friends and please do not forget to subscribe my channel to learn with me more in future. See you guys on another video.